Well, hello, revolutionaries. Congratulations on completing your 21 days to create a life that you love. Congratulations, that's amazing. As my gift to you, I'd like to offer you a bonus session that consists of two things. One is what's called mind gems. We will use this process that you can use going forward as a meditation or something that helps you step into the fullness of your power. We will use the process of mind gems to set you up for a vision meditation or a process of life visioning. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to prime you for it, and then I'll take you through this mystical, magical experience. Let me talk a little bit about the vision meditation or life visioning. And just trust that as you are listening to me talk about this, a part of your subconscious mind will run parallels to your life. And a part of your subconscious mind will start searching for your own future, your own chosen future. A part of your subconscious mind will become alive and will start priming you for this process that I'm about to take you through. So, life visioning or vision meditation is a truly mystical experience. It's a moment when you relax your body, you open up to grace, and you literally receive a snapshot of your future. It's as though the universe is giving you a sneak peek, a preview of what is yet to come. Now, Roger and I have created incredible things as a result of our life visioning. This is how we have purchased a beautiful retreat center in Taos, New Mexico. This is how we envisioned our world travels with our kids a few years back. At this point in my life, I now see my grandchildren in my vision meditation, and it's really, really amazing. And I have done it so many times in the past that I know with absolute certainty that that future is coming to me. But let me tell you a story. I like to say, let me make it sexy for you. Let me give you a story from my life that will illustrate just one of the many examples of the mystical power of vision meditation. So many of you know that Roger and I used to own 7 yoga studios in Houston, Texas. We owned a retreat center in New Mexico, a juice bar, an online yoga platform, et cetera, et cetera. And the way we have grown our yoga business is by doing the vision meditation. So every year, around Christmas, New Year's, we would go to Taos, New Mexico, to our retreat center, and would lead a yoga and ski and yoga retreat. And as part of that retreat, we would always lead people through a vision meditation. I'm about to do that for you in a few minutes. And every year, in that altered state of consciousness, Roger and I separately and simultaneously would receive a vision. So the way it came to us is like I would get a download. These are the things that I have to do or I get to do. Open a location in this part of town, roll out a new program, take my team to a leadership retreat or something like that. So all I would do is I just receive the vision, I receive the download, I write it down, I make it happen, I execute on that plan, and our yoga business grew exponentially. We had an incredible, thriving community of over 60,000 yogis. It was super fun, super amazing. So, this is literally the business plan. People say, "Oh, you're so smart, Albina." I'm really not that smart. I just meditate. And in that state of meditation, altered state of consciousness, I always receive a download guidance inspiration and I just write it down and I do it. So, anywho, we've been doing it for years and years and years. And this is how we literally grew our business. And then one year, we go to Taos, we sit down to do the vision meditation, and all I see in my vision is Raja and I holding hands on the beach, and the kids are doing cartwheels on the beach. And I was like, okay, this is really cute and amazing and sweet, but I didn't get a download on what I'm supposed to do with my business. And to be honest with you, I was freaking out because for the first time ever, I didn't have a business plan for the year that is yet to come. So I remember we finished the retreat. We're driving back to Houston in our car. And I tell Roger, I'm like, honey, I'm actually freaking out right now. I did not, in my vision meditation, I didn't get my usual plan for the year. As a matter of fact, our yoga studios, Yoga One, was not even in my vision. And Roger goes, you know what? Yoga One wasn't in my vision either. And I was like, oh my gosh, what does it mean? And Roger kind of laughed and he was like, oh, we must have sold the yoga studios. And I remember we laughed so hard because in that moment in time, it seemed impossible that we would ever sell our yoga studios. Now we had 7 studios, and I personally, in the like real world, right, in the physical world, I didn't know one single person who would either have the resources to purchase the studios for the price that I was willing to sell it for. But also, I didn't know anybody who had the skill set to run such a massive yoga business. It's not just any business, it's a very specific yoga business. So we laughed and I was like, "Oh, silly, you're talking nonsense." And once we arrived to Houston, literally the next day, Roger goes to teach a yoga class at our Yoga One Heights location. And a student who was visiting from California comes up to him after class and he says, hey, have you ever considered selling your yoga studios? And Roger was like, well, funny that you ask. As a matter of fact, my wife and I, for the first time ever, like actually just joked about that idea. And this guy goes, well, Yoga Works, the only publicly traded yoga company in the world, is expanding, and their expansion plan is to acquire a bunch of successful yoga studios across the country. And because Roger and I were primed, like we kind of on some level knew, it's as though the universe was showing us that at some point, Yoga One, our baby, our yoga studios are not in a part of our lives. Because we were primed for that, Roger's ears really perked up. And all he did after class, he literally just Googled Yoga Works Board of Directors. He somehow found one phone number, made one phone call, and 2 weeks later, we were sitting down with the CEO of Yoga Works, the general counsel of Yoga Works, discussing a potential acquisition of our yoga studios. Now, the deal took 10 months to close. In the middle of all of that, we had the hurricane of the century, Hurricane Harvey. But by the mysterious sequence of events, we closed the deal. And 10 months later, we sold our yoga studios to Yoga Works. Um, I tell you this story, and after that, we got rid of all of our worldly possessions, grabbed our kids, and we took off to travel the world for a little over a year. Now, the reason why I tell you this story, illustrating a real life story from my own life, is to hopefully tell you or make it clear for you that a vision meditation is a very powerful tool. I'm gonna get you to the state. It's a state in which you are open, you're relaxed, you're receiving the vision. The vision comes to you from the source. Most of the time, that vision makes no sense to your logical, analytical mind. Like to me, not having my baby, Yoga One, in my life was something impossible. I would have never imagined that I would at some point would not have my yoga studios. Like I never thought about it. And yet, in that vision meditation, the yoga studio were no longer a part of my life. Do you know what I mean? So in a way, it's as though God is priming you for what is yet to come. And in a way, God is giving you a preview of the incredible life that you are yet to experience. And your job is to simply relax, breathe, receive the vision, and just know that it's coming. It is not up to you. It's actually none of your business to even think about how you're going to make it happen. It doesn't matter. Your only job is to receive the vision and trust the vision, have faith. Um, what else do I need to tell you? So, vision meditation is a snapshot. It's like a picture from your future. Most of the time, it makes no sense to your logical and analytical mind. It's the mystery of it, it's the magic of it. When we do vision meditation, we do it 10 years in advance, into the future. The reason why we do 10 years into the future, that it's because it's so far into the future that your analytical mind cannot plan that far in advance. So it needs to be so much farther into the future that you can't even imagine your life 10 years from now. And yet, most of the time, when you get that vision, time collapses. And even though you're envisioning your life 10 years from now, most of the time compresses and that thing happens a lot faster. Like, for example, I envisioned owning a retreat center. My vision was 10 years in advance, but we owned the retreat center in less than 2 years. I envisioned world travels with my family. I thought maybe one day, 10 years down the road, we might travel the world. I didn't know how. We didn't have the money for the travels. And yet it happened a lot faster than I ever imagined possible. So again, life visioning, vision meditation is not an analytical process. It's a mysterious, mystical process. It's your experiment with destiny. It's your playtime with the divine, so to speak. Am I making sense? As we're about to do the vision meditation, what I also want to tell you is that when you do a vision meditation, your current life circumstances don't matter. Your age doesn't matter. Your financial situation doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, like I said earlier, your job is not to get tripped up on how you're going to get it. Tony Robbins calls it, do not succumb to the tyranny of how. Once you start thinking about how am I going to make it happen, literally the vision stops. Your connection to the divine dissolves, and because then you are in the physical world trying to figure it out on your own. And I'm asking you to not think about how, do not succumb to the tyranny of how. Simply stay open and receive the vision. Your job is to simply dream, enjoy, anticipate, stay in a state of positive anticipation, expecting a miracle. Your job is not to think about how you're going to make it happen. Your job is not about figuring it out. That's God's job. Am I making sense? All right, what else do I need to tell you? So there are no constraints when you are in this mystical process of co-creating with the universe. You guys, I can spend hours and hours and hours right now telling you story after story after story how I would get a vision in this meditative state. Doesn't make sense. And I've done it enough time that by now I have absolute certainty that it's going to happen. So like I mentioned earlier, at this point in my life, I see my grandbabies, and that's like moves me to tears every single time. Now, my children are only 18 and 15 right now, and I hope that I'm not going to have grandchildren for a while. And yet, I know that one day I will have grandchildren, and I even know how they're going to look like, and it's super amazing. Okay, so We're going to do the vision meditation here in a few moments, but I first need to prime you to be in that state of receivership. So you are open and connected to the source so that the divine can download the vision for you. And to get you into that state, I'm going to offer you mind gems. Now, what is a mind gems? It's another mystical process. It makes no sense logically. But let me tell you a little bit the story behind mind gems. I learned mind gems from my teacher, Suzanne Conrad. Now, Suzanne Conrad is an instrumental figure in the success of Lululemon. Um, this lady is very powerful. I mean, I like to say that she single-handedly shaped the entire culture of Lululemon, and we all know that it's a hugely successful billion-dollar company. So even though it may seem like this stuff is kind of woo-woo, um, what I want to highlight is that the very practical results that come from something like mind gems. So there are 12 mind gems. All we're going to do is touch different parts of our bodies for about 12 seconds. 12 mind gems for 12 seconds. 12 is a mystical number. 12 signs of the zodiac, 12 hours in a day, 12 apostles. Um, Anywho, 12 is a mystical number. We'll hold every mind gem for 12 seconds, and there are 12 mind gems. The practical application of mind gems, it resets your entire electromagnetic system as though your body is a computer. Mind gems restart, reset that computer. So I would do mind gems anytime I'm about to step into a very important meeting, or anytime I would go to teach or present in front of an audience of hundreds, if not thousands of people. So, for example, when I taught yoga at the stadium, Roger and I would always do mind gems. Before we go to teach yoga at the White House, we would do mind gems. Um, Before we do a vision meditation, we do mind gems because I want you in the fullness of your power, open, unglitching, ready to receive from the divine. Okay, so let's get started. So the first mind gem is this. You take your right hand and you put it on the right side of your belly button. So my belly button is right here. My right hand is on the right side of my belly button. Take a deep breath down into your belly. Exhale and simply relax your belly. So this first mind gem is called touch and hear. It switches on your inner hearing, inner guidance, intuition. So my hand is still on my belly right here. I'm just talking because it's 12 seconds. Okay, the second mind gem is you take your right hand and you put it on the crown of your head. Take a deep breath all the way up into the crown of your head. Exhale and relax. Relax your brain, relax your face, relax the space behind your eye sockets. So this one is called touch the top of your head, and it brings your attention to the present time, the now time. Now, all you're going to do is now put your left hand on the crown of your head and take a really deep, delightful breath into the top and the back of your brain. Exhale and relax your brain. The next mind gem is this. You cone your fingers like this. You cross your arms and you touch the space at the base of your skull like so. Hopefully you saw that spot. This mind gem clears fear. It switches on the brain. Take a deep breath and fill up your lungs. Lift up your chest. Lift up your chin. Exhale and just relax here. Glide your shoulder blades down your back. So all you're going to do next is change the cross of your arms. It looks like this. You just change the cross of your arms. And you hold this for another 12 seconds. or just enough to take a really deep breath in and a big breath out. The next mind gem is switch on, touching your fingertips together. The switch on clears electrical system, restores balance. So if you're doing public speaking and you are nervous, you can always put your hands like this, and this mind gem will help you ground down, reset, and will help you step into the fullness of your power. The next mind gem is this. You cross your arms and you touch your shoulders. Balances the negative and positive charges and polarity. Take a really deep breath in, lift up through your heart. Exhale and relax your shoulder blades down your back. And change the cross of your arms. Take a deep breath in, enjoy your breath. Exhale and relax. Relax your shoulders, relax your throat, relax your upper back. The next mind gem is this. You keep your arms crossed, you move your hands to the back of your neck. Relax your upper traps. Clears anger and being uncentered. Take a really deep breath in. Exhale and relax your throat, relax your jaw, and change the cross of your arms. Take another juicy, delightful, feel good inhale. Exhale it all out. All right, the next mind gem is this. Keep your arms crossed, cone your fingers, and touch at the hairline, right here. Or if you don't have hair any longer, touch where your hairline used to be. I'm just being playful, but literally at the forehead. This one restores color hues used when yelling or feeling rage or violence. Big breath in and big breath out. And change the cross of your arms, reverse. Take another delightful breath in. Exhale and relax your face. The next mind gem is this. Simply slide your fingertips to your mid-forehead above your eyebrows. Clears negative emotions, alters thoughts that change emotions. Drink in your inhale. Exhale and relax your face, your jaw, your throat. And reverse, change the cross of your arms. So the ninth mind gem is this, keeping your fingers coned, arms crossed, you touch the either side of your belly button. Take a deep breath down into your lower belly. Exhale and relax your belly. Clears hate, terror, and rage. Change the cross of your arms and hold for another 12 seconds, taking a deep breath down into your belly. Exhale and relax your belly. Number 10, fingers coned, arms crossed, touch the crown of your head. Clears remembrance of what has traumatized you. Inhale, lifting up through your heart, lift up through the crown of your head. Exhale and relax your neck, your throat, your jaw. Change the cross of your arms. Take a deep breath into the very top of your brain. Exhale, relax the top of the brain. Relax the space behind your eye sockets. Relax the center of your head. 11. Arms crossed, fingers coned, touch underneath your collarbones. Clear shock, anxiety, and destruction of self. Take a deep breath all the way up into the space underneath the collarbones. Exhale and relax. Relax your chest, relax your shoulders, relax your throat. Change the cross of your arms. And the last one, number 12, you take your dominant hand. My dominant hand is my right hand. I cone my fingers. Put your coned fingers into the space between the eyebrows, third eye. This one is called envision. Use to bring to you all that you desire to experience in your life. So breathe deeply and envision your chosen future. Envision that which you desire unfolding in your life. And when you're ready, you can just relax your arms down. Take a deep breath right now and just enjoy. Hopefully, you're feeling more relaxed. Hopefully, you're feeling more grounded. Um, you don't have to fully understand the power of mind gems. Just trust me when I say it totally works. It helps you step into the fullness of your power. So, whatever glitches that you might have had, they're cleared right now. And when I say glitches, um, a lot of the residual emotions are being retained by the body. So, the body holds on to whatever, whatever emotions that we go through throughout our lives. Doing the mind gems for about 10 minutes will clear out those lingering glitches. Sometimes also, we think we want something, but we have an unconscious conflict within us. So we say we want something, but at the same time, we might be scared or worried, or we don't want to take the risk. And that this is what I call glitching. On one hand, you want something, on the other hand, you're scared. And those two things, they're kind of pulling you apart. And anytime anything pulls you apart, it's very hard for you to move forward. So mind gems clear out any sort of glitching that you might have internally. Do mind gems as your meditation. I'm going to add like a shortened, edited version of mind gems in this email today. I'm also going to add a separate shortened version of the vision meditation for you in this email as well, because repetition is the mother of skill. The more you do something, the more masterful you become at it. Um, I'm able to tap into my future now easily because I've been doing vision meditation for 20 years. I do it, I don't know, a couple of times a year. I certainly do it at the new year, at the end of a year, and before the next year begins as I set my goals for the year. Anyhow, take a deep breath in and exhale it all out. So know, trust that I have prepared you. I primed you for the vision meditation. In a moment, I'm going to take you through your vision meditation. Have fun with it. Be curious. Stay open in a state of receivership, meaning you're open for the universe, for the divine to guide you. Receive the vision. So, what happens in the beginning, you will want to drive the vision, and it's totally fine. In the beginning, as a beginner of this life visioning process, it's a process of co-creation. On one hand, you are imagining your chosen future, and on the other hand, the divine, the universe gives you something unexpected, like, oh, you think you want this, but check this out. This one is even better. And as you become more and more skilled in this process of visioning, at some point you will learn to completely relax and trust your vision. You surrender and you completely and fully just simply receive the vision. You're no longer driving the process. And in the beginning, if you have to drive a little bit, then go ahead and drive. It's okay. But eventually you want to get to a place where you're simply receiving the vision. catch yourself in the tyranny of how, the moment you catch yourself thinking about how in the world am I going to get there, stop. Do not succumb to the tyranny of how. The tyranny of how will prevent the vision from coming to you. Simply take a deep breath and relax. Open up, receive the vision. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. This is so exciting. So make yourself really comfortable. If your legs are crossed, uncross your legs. Relax your shoulders. Open your hands up. So when your hands are open, yoga teaches us that when your hands are open, energetically your heart is open. So your hands are open, your arms are relaxed. Close your eyes and take a really deep, delightful, feel good inhale. Exhale and relax. Relax your shoulders, relax your throat. Take a deep breath all the way down into the bottom of your pelvis. Exhale and relax. Relax the bottom of your pelvis. Relax your low belly. Relax your low back. Enjoy your breath. Become fascinated with the exquisite pleasure of your breath. And now imagine that you're standing outside on a beautiful day, somewhere out in nature. And you feel the earth underneath your feet. Feel for rooting down, anchoring down through the bottom of your feet. And imagine that you're looking up at the sky, and the sky is beautiful. It's bright blue. Take a deep breath and breathe in the beauty of the sky. And feel the limitless expansion of the sky. The sky is limitless. Breathe deeply as though you're breathing in the beauty, the limitless expansion of the sky. And as you breathe deeply, know this truth. Right now, you are limitless. Right now, you're stepping into the possibilities, limitless possibilities that exist for you right here and now. In this moment, here and now, your age doesn't matter. Your level of education doesn't matter. Your financial situation does not matter. The state of your health, none of that matters right now. Take a deep breath, breathing in the expansive nature of the sky, and feel yourself being completely limitless. Trust the process. Become curious about this process. Take a deep breath into your heart. Exhale and relax, open your heart. Now imagine that you wake up in the morning on this day, today, 10 years from now. So on this day, 10 years from now, how old are you? So most likely you stopped breathing and your sphincter tightened up. Relax the bottom of your pelvis and take a deep breath. How old are you 10 years from now? On this day, 10 years from now, when you wake up in the morning and you open your eyes, what do you see? Breathe deeply and receive the vision. Look around. Where are you? Who is next to you? Is there anybody next to you? What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What's the temperature like? So you're using all of your senses to receive the vision, that beautiful morning 10 years from now. See it, feel it, hear it, taste it. What is the first thing that you do on that morning? Breathe deeply into your heart. Receive the vision with your heart. Receive the vision with your whole body. Breathe deeply. What is the first thing that you do on this beautiful morning 10 years from now? See your whole day unfold. How do you spend your day? Do you work? And if you do work, what kind of work do you do? How does your day unfold? Who do you spend your day with? Who is around you? What do you do for fun? What brings you joy? What gives you pleasure? Breathe deeply, relax your body, and receive the vision, a snapshot of your future, a preview from the divine. See your whole day unfold. See people around you. See your surroundings. Feel what you feel. Step into your own body on this beautiful day 10 years from now. Step into your own body in that future moment in time. See what you see. Hear what you hear. Smell what you smell then. Feel what you feel then. And when you go to bed on this day, 10 years from now, what are you grateful for? And internally, you can say, thank you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. All right, my friends. So here's the next step for this life visioning process. I'd like for you to take a pen and start writing down your vision in great details, in present tense and affirmative, with as many details as possible. So it will be something like this. So today is February 25th, 2026. So 10 years from now, it'll be February 25th, 2036. I am 56 years old. I wake up in a beautiful house on the beach. I hear the waves splashing against the shore. I smell the ocean. Roger is sleeping quietly next to me. I go outside and I enjoy the sea breeze caressing my skin. I make myself a cup of coffee. The coffee cup is hot in my hands and I breathe in the aroma of the coffee. So, like that, you write it down and you keep writing nonstop for about 10 minutes or so. Know that when you pick up a pen and you start writing, more of your vision will come through. Don't stop. Let the vision come through you, through your hand, through your pen. Stay in a state of positive anticipation and enjoy the process. This is where you can pause this recording and come back to it after you finish journaling. So, this was the vision meditation. Another word for it is life visioning. It's a powerful, mind-blowing, mystical, magical process. This is literally how Roger and I build a yoga empire. This is how we travel the world. This is how we have raised our children. Um, this is literally the recipe to co-creating your life with the universe. If you had some difficulties in this vision meditation, it's okay, right? It's just like anything else. You start lifting weights, the more you lift the weights, the stronger is your bicep. The more you do the vision meditation, the more clear and the easier it comes to you. Repetition is the mother of skill. I invite you to do this vision meditation 3, 4, 5 more times and do it periodically. I usually do it every 6 months or so. Anytime there is like an especially powerful full moon, um, something is happening astrologically in the sky, I'll usually do a vision meditation. Like I told you earlier, I meditate every single day. A lot of times I'd go outside in my backyard, sit in the sauna, and do a version of the vision meditation. I simply relax my body. I open up internally and I receive guidance from the source. So, like I said, the more you do, the more skillful you become at it. Congratulations. You've completed 3 weeks of this powerful process. You know, Roger and I, as we reflected back on this time that we spent with you in this love revolution, years ago when we started doing this challenge, so to speak, it was a big deal to work out every day, to do yoga, to meditate, to journal. It was like a big stretch. But now we look at our lives, this is just what we do. We meditate every day, we do yoga every day, we journal every day. At some point, this becomes your everyday life. I don't know how it happened, but literally, my whole life now is love revolution. And that's kind of fun to notice. Congratulations. Good job. I hope you're proud of yourself. And before we go, I just wanted to, we always like to give you something to look forward to. Now, on March 5th, your local studio will send you an invitation for an in-person party. It'll probably be a yoga class and some sort of community get together after class. Roger and I encourage you to go to those in-person celebrations, meet your community, spend time with your like-minded friends, just be with people. And then lastly, Roger and I, oh my gosh, I have to tell you the story. Okay, so in May 26th through 31st, we invite you to join us on our Tuscany retreat. It's Under the Tuscan Sun, Italy retreat. This will be our third retreat at this mystical place called La Salvella. It's agriturismo, it's a farm stay. It's a farm, an active farm, an olive orchard, and it's a hotel, right? It's a farm stay, agriturismo. Now I have to tell you the story really quickly. So remember how I told you, once we sold our yoga studios, we got rid of all of our worldly possessions. We downsized to four carry-on suitcases, like little bitty suitcases, and we took off to travel the world. Now, in that year, we spent more quality time with our children than the vast majority of the world ever gets to spend with their children. Like we spent every single day together as a family. And that time was absolutely unforgettable, pivotal time in our lives, in the lives of our children. But this is what happened on our travels. Now, Roger is the type of person who loves doing the research. Plus, he's a little bit of a control freak. So he does the research. I just show up. So he knew that would spend a month, 3 months in Italy, 1 month in Tuscany, 1 month on the Amalfi Coast, and 1 month in Sicily. So he's been, researching Tuscany for months, reading tons of reviews, looking at a bunch of pictures. So for some reason, he kept going back to this one place, Agriturismo La Selvella. So we show up at this place. In other words, he felt some sort of magnetic pull to this place. It was like there are thousands of agriturismos in Tuscany, but for some reason he kept going back to this place. So this is the place where we showed up. And to our surprise, the lady who owned this farm stay is Asian. Now we're in the middle of Italy in the UNESCO protected territory. People only inherit land there. You can't just like buy a piece of land. But the lady who owned this place is Asian, and her name is Marina Kim. Now, it wouldn't be so strange except that my mother's name is also Marina Kim. Not only this, but this lady who owns this place in Italy where we're going to have our retreat, she is half Russian, half Korean. My mother is also half Russian, half Korean. And lastly, this woman is from Kazakhstan. I'm from Kazakhstan. So it was like coincidence, coincidence, coincidence. It was kind of weird, a little bit mind-blowing. So the next day I'm like, well, obviously I'm here for a reason. Let me go and get to know this lady who owns this agriturismo. So I walk over to the reception, and right in that moment, this lady, her name is Marina, she was helping her guests from the Czech Republic. So there's like an older couple. And because we're all from the former Eastern Bloc, we all speak Russian. So I start telling this older gentleman about my life in Russian. And out of nowhere, I just start telling him my entire family tree. I tell him that I was named Albina after my Russian grandmother. And then out of nowhere, I tell this total stranger from the Czech Republic my grandfather, my Korean grandfather's full name, Емельян Yeliseyevich Kim. I don't know why. Like, Raja and I have been married for 15 years at that point. My husband didn't even know my grandfather's name. But for some reason, I just say my grandfather's full name. And right in that moment, I feel this really weird energy. Like, I feel it viscerally in my body. Every single hair in my body gets electrified. So I'm like, what is going on? I kind of look around, and out of the corner of my eye, I see the owner of this agriturismo like nearly faint. She turns white and literally like sits down. And I was like, what's going on? Did I just say something weird? I run my mouth often, but like, what did I say? Well, it turns out that my Korean grandfather, before he married my Russian grandmother, had another wife who happens to be Marina Kim's, the owner of this agriturismo. Ultimately, this lady and I have the same grandfather. We're the first cousins. And out of all the places on earth, I had to randomly walk into this agriturismo owned by my cousin I didn't even know existed. So I feel like I kind of messed up the story. But anywho, the point is, we were traveling around the world and we walked into this place that is owned by my cousin that I never even knew existed. We literally have the same grandfather. This is so bizarre. This is so weird. Um, it's ultimately, obviously, a God moment. We were divinely guided to this place. It's magical, it's mystical, it's beautiful. It's on the rolling hills of Tuscany. When we take you there in May, it's going to be an unforgettable experience. Tuscany is in May is unbelievably beautiful. We're going to do a little bit of yoga every day. We're going to eat amazing food, drink amazing wine. We're going to do a hike on the ancient pilgrimage route. We're going to do a e-biking wine tasting tour. We're going to eat truffles. We're going to go to the medieval cities, shopping, eating gelato, enjoying the natural hot springs. They're beautiful, like the most beautiful turquoise color. Do massages, do sauna. I mean, it's going to be incredible. This is our third retreat in my cousin's place called La Selvelle in Tuscany. Many of you are going there for the second and third time with us. We have 3 spots left. If you're interested, we would love for you to join us. Anywho, I love you all. I'm proud of you. Thank you for trusting us with this process. Please keep in touch. Bye.